Hello and welcome back to Tiny Duck Station. So the first thing, as you can see, as I've mentioned in a few of my videos, is the network YouTube map. I finally got round to hanging them on the wall, and yes, they are uneven and unlevel, but dodgy brickwork means dodgy hanging. So they're up and they will do. So this is version, or the first print version of the map. So as you can see, it's not as full as it is now. I am down there, and then we've got the timetable as well, of which I'm on there at the top, and the second one, and then obviously those are the rest of the timetable there. So they look quite nice and they'll be good there. And I've also got the 00 scale ones to put in when I get around to doing those. So I've been getting a few things sorted. Obviously the last thing I finished was my being very careful not to show something. Oh, got a little bit of a peek there. Last thing I finished was the control panel, and I've yet to wire in the second one, but it's going to be so quick I just haven't got around to it. The other thing I've done is tidy up the loft, because you've probably seen in some of the other videos it was a bit of a mess, so I finally got around to tidying. And as soon as you can see it, I'm going to talk through some purchases that I've made. So the first thing is from 10 Commandments, and again sorry for the squeaky floorboard. So these purchases are from 10 Commandments, and I've also got a few other bits which you saw on the other side. All I've bought is everything to put down on the track before ballast. So there are some things that you need to put down before you ballast, otherwise it is going to be a pain to do them afterwards. So let's start with these. I've got the cable trunking, and I've got some accessories there. Now there's a few versions of this, but having seen reviews of people, the 10 Commandments one seems to be more to scale for one, and also a better quality. So I'm sure this isn't going to be anywhere near enough, but I've got a few packs just to get me started, and then some other accessories and corners and bits and bobs as well in there, just to get me going. So that will get that going, and obviously you want that down along the track before you ballast. So that's those. The next thing I've got is, I just saw these and I'm not 100% convinced on them yet, but they might look better when they're down, are these relay boxes. Now I'm probably going to have to repaint these anyway. I think I'm not sure if they actually intend to be that colour. Yeah, so they're easily coloured with enamels and acrylics for a realistic wet finish, so they do need to be painted as well, but they the detail on them's quite good, and I think they're like plaster moulds. So again, for 10 for £7.50, yeah, that's not bad. And the next thing is some speed signs, and I've got a mixture of the original old style ones and the new ones. The new ones come with stickers, and these are, I think they're metal because they're quite heavy. You put them on there, and then the old style ones you have to put together and paint. So again, for literally £10, quite happy with those. And again, I know that these have had good reviews. But again, these might not necessarily need to go in before the ballast, but as you can see, some of them go as close to the sleepers and around, so I thought just whack them in. The next thing is, I just picked these up. These are pre-decorated, and I think they're not weathered, but pre-decorated, and they were pretty cheap. I managed to pick them up. I think they retail at about sort of 10 to 15, but I think I picked these up for like less than £5. I can't remember about looking at the invoice, but I thought it would give me a starting place for painting the others as well. But the detail on those is quite nice, even the warning symbols there. Some orange cable, and this is going to be for the trunking that goes underneath the rails. Just that's 16/02. Again, a couple more relay boxes, because I wasn't sure what ones I was going to use and what ones I wasn't going to use, so I've just got a mixture of those. I've got these to try out from Gauge Master, and they're the sleeper buffer lights. and I thought I'll give those a go. People did their own ones and they're cheaper, but I thought I'll give these a go. And some track detailing, so I've got some TPWS grids, AWS ramps, and some scale point motors. So these are things that I want to get down and on the track before I start ballasting. Okay, so there's a few other purchases that I've made in terms of, in terms of stock, which I'll just go through bit by bit. First thing is a Engineer's Grey and Yellow Dutch pre-weathered wagon. It says £16.95, but I got this for free. I went into a model shop to buy some bits and bobs, and the guy felt sorry for me because I spent so much money in there. He chucked this in for free for me. So yeah, got that. I'm not sure I can make use of that somewhere, but for free you can't complain. I also picked up a Mark 1 Royal Mail Letters coach van. Got this off of one of the Facebook selling sites. As you can see, it's pre-weathered. I haven't had this out of the box yet, but I think I picked it up for £28 posted. So I mean, it's quite heavily weathered, but I did want some sort of Royal Mail coach, so not bad for that. I've also picked up, again, untested or run, but I bought this off of eBay, and it was a 37 in rail freight with a red stripe. So yeah, this one is comes with lighting as well. I don't think it's got sound, this one, but it comes with cab lights and other lights as well. So I haven't yet had that out of the box and run that. It is one of the purchases that I've made. The next thing I bought is a brand new Class 47 in BR Blue. I wanted a mixture of liveries because I've got so much Network Southeast, which is not a bad thing. But I've got the rail freight 37, and now I've got this 47 to run, as well as all my freight line stuff. So it gives me a bit of variety as well. So that's brand new. I haven't even got it out of the box or run it in yet, but quite happy with that. I've also, with the same purchase to go sort of with my rail freight, I've got two VAA box fans in rail freight, red and grey. So I've got two of those, just again to sort of build up some variety of freight, so it's not all Freightliner. So I've got some BR stuff as well and rail freight. And with those reduced and weathered were some BR grey and yellow box fans that were reduced, as you see, down to £18. Got two of those, and they were reduced again furthermore because I bought and spent quite a lot in the shop. So I think I actually ended up getting these for about £10 each. So quite happy with those as well. So again, all of these I just haven't had a chance to get out of the box, but I've had them for a little while. As I'm now moving on to the scenery, I've started getting a few bits, just picking up that I might use, might not use, but just things that I think I might find useful. So especially with the dock area, picked up some oil drums from Kibri. They are HO scale, but for this sort of thing, double O and HO, yes, there is a difference in them, but they are close enough that these oil barrels probably will be alright, and obviously you can mix them up colour-wise. But so I'm going to give those a go, see how they turn out. But I can put them around everywhere. There's 32 barrels in there, I think. You can make up to different combinations with. I've also got some buildings which I'm going to play around with. These are all plastic kits. Again, the prices on these aren't necessarily what I paid, but I've got this set here, which are some Transformers buildings. So I thought I can start putting them around somewhere. And again, because they can be close to the line, I thought I'd get all these bits now and then decide whether to put them down or not. And I can obviously try and kit bash some of these as well. For the dock area. I've got a sort of fueling area, which I'll show you the back of the box first so you can sort of see how that looks. We've got the different sort of variations, being able to put it together there. So it's a small tank farm with a large tank is what it's labelled up. This is by a German company, I assume. I can not pronounce the company, but that's what it's got the potential to look like. Obviously it doesn't come with that wagon, but again I thought this would be quite good for the dock area. And last but not least, I've got this kit here, which I'm definitely going to be kit bashing. Now it's in DHL, but I won't be using the DHL stickers, but I quite like the look of the building, and it's plastic, so it should be easy to weather up as well. And this is also by Fala, or however you pronounce it. And this I was thinking of using as my sort of Freightliner building. Again, it's HO, but for me, I'm not looking for perfection. As long as it looks okay to the eye, that's what I'll be going for. They did have one where it actually had doors for track to run in, so it's more of like an engine shed, but I thought this one I want actually to be more of a logistics hub, and so that's why I went for this one. So obviously I've got the DHL stickers in there, but I'll probably make my own for Freightliner, and butcher that and definitely kit bash that up. Okay, so not necessarily new purchases, as I've talked about my platforms before, but I've got pretty much most of the platform stuff that I need. I think there's still a few more I need to get, but these are going to be the bricked edges, so these will be my platforms. And as you can see, I've got a couple of Metcalf kits here as well. So the first one, got tapered retaining walls, so I'm going to give these a go on my incline and decline. I thought if I use retaining wall on the there, it'll give me more space rather than sort of bringing an incline down and losing space. So it just gives me more scenery space. So I'm going to give that a go. This is just obviously the starters. It's got an up and a down, but then I'll need to fill in the middle with more just red retaining wall. So I thought I'll buy this first, see how that goes, and have a look at that. And the second thing I've got is the parcels office and waiting rooms. Now this is probably going to be for this track here. This is going to be sort of like my freight parcels line here. So I'm going to have sort of a main station here with access to the platforms, which will run down. So I've got this sort of whole area here for scenery, for station wise, and then this probably go maybe somewhere here, because it's got a platform on it, as you can see. So it'll either be here with a platform there, or it'll become part of this platform here. I'm not sure, but it was only 11 quid. I actually did pay 11 quid for that one, so I thought it's worth a go, and it gives me practice for card kits if I don't use it in the end anyway. So those are my most recent purchases. So that's what I've been purchasing while I've been doing my whole switch control panel, and obviously, as you can see, I've got a lot of work to do, but I'm actually now getting the opportunity to start on some scenery stuff, which is very pleasing. So I'm going to literally leave this video as a very short one, just because I've been so busy with work. I literally haven't done anything up here other than tidy and sort a few bits out since I finished this control panel, and that's why I haven't had a chance to finish that one either yet. So this is more just for an update on what my future plans are, and yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So thanks for watching this video, and I will hopefully see you next time.